It's the Toker Talk Tuesday motherfucking podcast. It's the Toker Talk Tuesday motherfucking podcast. Toker Talk Tuesday motherfucking podcast. And I'm back with another fucking episode. And pull some shit like that you never know. Cause I'm coming on my dome and you know it's roll with the freestyle podcast. Homie, I be on that. On some other shit. Homie, I be on scratching my motherfucking head. Cause I don't know where I'm going and I don't know what I said. Cause I'm so fucking high. You can see it, my eyes red. Homie, I just led another one to believe. Homie, I don't see that far when I'm smoking on that weed. I done fucked it up. Oh well, but we're back with another fucking episode of the Toker Talk Tuesday podcast, and I am your boy, Ro. So I want to thank you guys for joining me. And you know, it'd be dope. What if one day I get me like a little NPC, and then connected to a mixer board, and then that way I could play live instruments while I'm doing the podcast, and I could just freestyle and shit. That'd be dope. But that means I gotta buy me a mixer, and that means I gotta find me another program to actually be able to run, or I would have to get another computer, right? Yeah, I would have to get me a whole nother computer in order for me to play the instruments, and then connect it to the mixer, and connect it to this computer where I'm recording the podcast on. Or is there an easier way to do that? Maybe I just get a better computer, one that could actually run like two programs at once. And that way I could just play the little NPC and it just records on the same thing. I don't know. I'll look into that. But how are you guys doing? Because I'm doing fucking fantastic, yo. I'm fucking high as shit. Thank you to the Cloud Tank pen. Even though they don't sponsor me, it's still a good fucking pen and I vouch for it because I like it. And you guys get one free plug, Cloudpore. The next one's gonna cost you. If you want access to all of my 2 subscribers on YouTube, then you're gonna have to pay me some money. I'll take a $5 gift card at Taco Bell. No, you know what? I don't really like Taco Bell that much. What do I like? Wendy's. Give me like a $10 gift card at Wendy's. And I'll plug it on my next podcast. But yeah, man, I'm chilling in the back again today. I'm glad you guys could join me on another episode on Tuesday again. I'm keeping my word, people. I told you I was gonna do this every Tuesday, and I have done it every Tuesday, except for that one week that I missed. But I did it that week. It just didn't record, and I got angry, and I wasn't gonna do another podcast because it was already too late, and then I didn't feel like recording it in the back because it would have been hot and I couldn't have been able to actually do it. Well, pretty much I was just lazy, to be honest. I'm not even gonna fucking lie. I'm not gonna sugarcoat that shit. I was just being lazy that day. I did do a podcast, but I think I was just so angry that I was like, no, fuck that. I'm not doing the podcast because I was just so mad. I can't believe I recorded 2 hours and nothing. For nothing. It didn't save. It didn't tell me it was going to stop. No errors occurred on my computer whatsoever. It just stopped. And I lost the podcast. So I think that was number 8 that happened with. Yeah, it was number 8. But, you know, I mean, you know what they say. Everything happens for a reason. I said that last time too. But it's true though. Everything does happen for a reason. You just got to learn the lesson from the reason. And if you don't learn from the lesson from the last time, then you're an idiot. Because that's the only way you fucking grow. You got to learn lessons from all the stupid shit that you do. And, you know, if you don't learn the lessons from the stupid shit you do, then you're just going to keep going in a circle. And that's how you become a crackhead. And that's how you end up sucking dick. So don't end up sucking dick, people. Because, you know, I'm pretty sure it's not good for your throat. But don't tell women that. Tell them that the nut's good for their face. The cum's good for their face, so they could just keep doing it. Anyways, I don't know how the fuck I got there. I want to tell you guys about this one thing that I found out like last week. I found out that you can sell clothes on eBay. I had no idea that people are willing to pay for pre-owned clothes. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, on what's it called? Like garage sales and shit. I remember my parents used to have the garage sales. Well, it wasn't really a garage sale because they'll set up everything in the yard and they'll put it all out there. So it was a yard sale, right? What's the difference between a garage sale and a yard sale? Is it the location? Because you never see a yard sale anymore. It always says garage sales, even though it's in their driveway. I don't know. I don't think people would go to if it was called a driveway sale. But anyways, you can sell shit on eBay. And that's what I'm doing now. Because what I used to do is all the clothes that I would stop wearing, like whenever I would gain weight or lose weight, which recently I lost weight, so now I gotta buy all new fucking clothes again, which is stupid. I literally just bought clothes last year and now I gotta buy clothes again. It's like every fucking year. And I take good clothes I take good care of my clothes. And you know, my clothes last me a good time, but now I gotta buy new clothes. I'm not that into clothes anymore. I used to be. Back whenever I was like in high school, middle school, I used to always be like about the fresh, you know, jeans and the fresh polo shirt and the nice shoes, keeping them all clean and shit like that with the jewelry and all that. I don't really do that anymore. I guess it's just like too much work. I don't feel like people are worth it. They're too dumb anyways. They just get on my nerves. There's no sense in trying to please people who get on your nerves. Because really, like, whenever you put on a nice outfit, it's for other people. Because, yeah, it feels good wearing it sometimes, but it's really for other people. Because you're not looking down at yourself the whole time you're walking. Because that's how you end up walking in a pose and shit. So it's really for other people that are looking at you to please them. But I used to donate the old clothes that I would have. I would just give it away like in those little, what look like garbage cans in the middle of parking lots. I would put my clothes in there. And I would just give it to some corporation who most likely sold it and, you know, made a profit and then kept all the profit. Like Goodwill. But I used to do that, and then once I found out that you could sell clothes on eBay, I got pissed. Because all the clothes I donated was basically like fucking brand new. It looked like new. So, you know, I could have been making money. Instead of like donating it to some kids in Africa, I could have made some money off of that clothes. And that upsets me. Because, I mean, realistically, whenever I donated clothes, all the clothes I wear is kind of baggy. And me, I'm already kind of like a wide person. Well, I'm, you know, kind of fat. So, I'm just trying to make excuses for me just being fat. Alright, so I'm fat, and I like wearing baggy clothes. There's not going to be that many people that could rock that shit over there in Africa. I mean, unless it's like a blanket or something. I use my shirt like as a blanket because, you know, they don't have any food. They don't have any clothes. That's why you donate that clothes. And hopefully it reaches over there in Africa. But other times it just gets there to Goodwill. And then they sell it for like $2 or $3. And then they keep the money. And then the CEO of Goodwill is over there living in a fucking mansion next to Will Smith and shit. So I didn't want to do that anymore. I was like, you know what? If they're gonna make money, if they're what am I, fucking Italian? If they're gonna make money, why shouldn't I? You know, I should make some of that money back that I've been fucking spending, and that's what I started doing. So I'm selling fucking random ass clothes on eBay now too. Which I was like, I mean, it makes sense. Just I don't know if I would buy used clothes on eBay. Because it's not really like you're saving money. Like the jeans that I sold, they're like Levi's, and they're $10. And then you add the $6.50 for shipping. That's $16.50 you're buying on used jeans. I'm pretty sure you could buy fucking brand new jeans for like $15 if you go to like Marshall's or something. you're not really saving money and you're wearing other people's clothes. I don't know. But I guess people pay for the brand, and then because it's eBay, they're like, oh, well, it comes with the money back guarantee. Which I don't really like shopping for shit online either, because I want to make sure that my clothes fits me. That's why I don't trust those like apps for the dress shirts that are custom fit. Where they're like, oh, snap a picture of your armpit or something. I don't know what the fuck they do with that shit. But I don't trust those, because you never know how that shit's gonna fit. And then they charge you like $70 for the dress shirts, which I'm like, damn, yo, that's kind of fucking expensive. But then I started thinking about it. It's a custom fit dress shirt, so it's supposed to fit you like right on there. So it better be fucking right on the nose, or else I'm gonna be mad, because I'm gonna want my $70 back. Because you could buy like a blazer for that shit. No, you can't. Why is fucking dress clothes so expensive? Is it because only rich people are supposed to be wearing it? Because I don't get why a suit costs $300. Like, what the fuck is it? Is it because it's made in a country other than China? Is China the only place that we could get fucking $15, $20 fucking clothing from? Because they only charge 2 cents to make it? Why is it that fucking suits are so expensive? Because it's not like it's anything special, and they're extremely uncomfortable. I'd wear jeans and like basketball shorts over a fucking suit any day. But suits do look nice. I just don't... Why? Why so fucking expensive? Because it's not like it's made out of special cloth. Fucking DJ Khaled's ears just got red because I said special cloth. I don't know, man. You know what else I saw? Last week I was working, and I think I told you guys that I drive a limo. Did I tell you guys that? If not, well, I drive a limo, and I was at the mall the other day. I don't want to say which mall, because you guys might find me there again, and you'll understand why after I tell you guys the story. I was at the mall. I want to go drop some people off, and then I want to go park in the back. I want to go park in the back because there's some trees there with like shade in them, and there's some little scatter cars. I assume that they're from like the employees and shit that don't want to get their car scratched, because they're all like decent looking cars. They weren't like shitty cars, so I was assuming it's like all these people don't want to get their car scratched, so they'd rather walk a little bit farther, because I know some people that would do that. So that's what I thought. Unbeknownst to me, that's where people go to fuck. Because I'm sitting there and I'm parked under the tree, and then this fucking truck parks in front of me. Or this truck was already parked in front of me. It was 2 cars. And then they leave. Because I seen the girl get out of the truck and get into her car. And then they both leave. I was like, oh, I think these people were fucking, or this guy was getting his dick sucked. So I'm just chilling there. I'm like, all right, I'm waiting for the people to get out of the mall. So I'm just on my phone, just bullshitting, making the time go by fast, watching YouTube videos on Instagram, Facebook, all that bullshit that you do whenever you ain't got shit to do. And another truck pulls up in front of me in the same spot that the 2 previous vehicles were at. So I'm just chilling on my phone, I don't even really look up. And then I look up because the time was approaching to where I was gonna pick the kids up. And I look up, and all I see is this white chick's back with like her bra strap. And I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck? I was like, what the hell did I miss? So I'm looking, and like, I don't want to be a perv, but I'm gonna watch. Because, you're doing it in front of me. I didn't fucking, like, go up to your window in your bedroom window. You guys did this in public. Don't blame me, because I happen to be somewhere at the wrong place, wrong time. Or right place, right time, depending on who you ask. So I'm just sitting there acting like I'm not looking at it. I'm on my fucking phone. I'm like, oh shit, these people are fucking right in front of me. And Next thing I know, I see the white chick's leg go up. I'm like, oh shit, because at first I wasn't really sure. I was like, I think these people are fucking, but then I seen her leg go up, and I was like, no, these people are definitely fucking. And then I see the truck shake real quick, and then it just stops. I'm like, yeah, this motherfucker, that was quick. Like 2 minutes in total in between what I seen and in between what they pulled up and then what I seen maybe. It was like 2 minutes. I was like, damn, that's quick. I would be mad if I was a girl, but who am I to judge? And then I got to thinking, I was like, am I a pervert for watching this? I'm like, no, because what I told you, I wasn't, at the window of a house looking at people fuck. I was just chilling, and these people pulled up in front of me. Like, if you're at a club and people just start fucking, it's not rude of you to watch. I don't think so. I mean, it's a little weird. You don't want to be the guy staring, but I mean, you could look up every now and then. Because I mean, it's like porn. It's like free live porn. And you could watch people, it's kind of, what I think of it is like, imagine if you had a live Broadway performance happen in front of you in the middle of like Times Square in New York or something like that, and they just start dancing, people pop out of fucking trash cans and shit like that onto the beat, and then they all start doing this choreographed fucking ensemble and everybody singing. Like, it's the exact same thing, because at one point in time, people used to pay to see both. People used to say pay to see the Broadway shit, and people used to pay to see porn. So it's the exact same type of thing. Just think of it as like a spontaneous Broadway performance. Just, except it's free live porn and it's in front of me. So I don't think I'm a pervert. And if I am, whatever, I'm a pervert, because that shit was pretty dope. It's happening right in front of me. I'm gonna watch. Like, I didn't ask to, be shown this, but if you're gonna point your car at me, I'm not gonna mind looking up every now and then. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. Like, what the fuck are they watching me for? Hopefully I wonder if I was really visible, because I don't know, do people look around before they fuck? Because there's clearly a whole bunch of cars around them. Well, not really a whole bunch of cars. There's like I said, it was just scattered cars, but still. Like, do y'all not look around? Do y'all just think that shit was parked there? Like, I was just chilling there. It's clearly on. It's loud as fuck. I don't know. I was just like, yo, that's just crazy. At the mall in broad day. It was like 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I was like, damn, who's fucking in a car at 3 or 4 in the afternoon? In the mall parking lot. It's not like it's behind the mall or nothing like that. Like, it's in front. It's close to the main road. I was like, these people are crazy. And it was 2 sets of people, I'm pretty sure. Because I know that girl wasn't just there to fucking talk. The one that was there before with that other one, and then she got out and took off in her own car. So I know that, that this shit was exactly what I think it was. Or maybe it was just innocent. No, because who fucking goes to her, meets there to fucking talk in a separate car? She was probably having an affair. I'm like, ooh, cochina. But anyways, man, there are some little random things that fucking happened to me, yo. I found out that that you could sell clothes on eBay, and people were taking off their clothes in front of me while I was on eBay. Finding out that you could sell clothes on eBay. I was like, yo, what if I took their clothes and sold that bitch on eBay? Then they'd be upset, because like, what happened to my clothes? Nah, because they didn't have the windows down or nothing. That would suck. What if somebody took your clothes while you were fucking? And then you gotta walk home or drive home naked. And if you get pulled over or somebody sees you entering your house, he's like, why is this fool naked? He was probably fucking. And somebody stole his clothes. But yeah, man. What's been going on in the world, though? Oh, shit. Dude. Why am I so fucking politically involved? Why do I care so much about politics? I'm always watching that shit. It bothers me, but I like knowing when the world's gonna end. So I'm not gonna be surprised when it happens. Cause I think that would be the worst thing, is being surprised whenever it fucking happens. Like if the fucking world ends and shit like that. You don't want to be the guy that doesn't know it's happening, so you don't try to run away from the nuke. You want to be the guy that's like, oh shit, I felt the earth shake, so let's go into the bunker. Even though I don't have a bunker, where would I hide? Where would be the safest place? Didn't they say something like hospitals and shit? Hospitals and jails? Because they got the thickest amount of walls or something like that, would be the safest place to hide during a nuclear disaster. And how long do you have to wait till you can exit the little facility? Because I know you're not going to be able to leave right away because of all the nuclear fallout. So it's probably going to be a while till you could leave so where would you go? You're not going to want to go to the jail because there's no food there. They don't feed the prisoners. We don't give a fuck about the fucking inmates. So there's no food at the prisons. You would want to go to the hospital. But the hospitals always have those fucking automatic doors and shit like that. Those aren't going to withstand a nuclear fucking blast. And hospitals are always like downtown. So, damn, where would you go? To a school? Maybe to a school. Yeah, I would probably go to a school. Do they have food there? Well, they have somewhat food there. Is that food that they used to serve us? Because I remember I never tasted any pizza other than that pizza that tasted like that pizza. And don't get me wrong, it was addicting, but I'm pretty sure it was like chemically based the way that Doritos and shit are. Because, you know, they alter the flavoring with like chemicals and all that shit like that. And, you know, special shit to make it taste the way it does, so you want to keep eating them. That's why they taste the way they do, because they taste good and you're gonna want to keep eating them. Something like a brain triggered shit. It's like a addiction with Doritos. Where was I going with this? Oh yeah, the pizza. Like, is that what happened to it? Is that all like chemically induced flavorings and shit like that? But I like it though. I remember they used to have those breakfast pizzas. You remember the one with the little white sauce and the sausages? What was that white sauce? Because I want to buy it. I wonder if they sell it in a bottle. I'm going to have to Google that shit. And then I'm going to make my own breakfast pizzas with eggs and bacon. Yeah, I'm getting fucking hungry. Can you tell I haven't eaten in a while? I think I'm going to have to go eat after the fucking podcast, because I'm getting hungry just thinking of that breakfast pizza. But it's fucking delicious. That's how you know you're fucking American. Breakfast pizza. Like, how more fucking arrogant can you get? You have dinner for breakfast. There's people that don't even have breakfast for breakfast. They have fucking oxygen for breakfast. And they're out there like in Africa and Ethiopia and shit. They don't even fucking get to eat. And we're over here having dinner for breakfast. And then there's people that have brunch. And, you know, that's a meal in between meals. Like, why are you gonna have a fucking brunch? You're gonna have breakfast, you're gonna have brunch, you're gonna have lunch, and then you're gonna have, what comes after lunch? Is there one in between lunch and dinner? Is it called dunch? I don't know. And then after dinner you have what's that one? Supper. Like, how fat do you want to get? This is why Americans are so fucking fat. We got like 8 fucking meals throughout the day, and most of them have dinner substitutes. You got breakfast pizza. At brunch, what do you have at brunch? Oatmeal, sandwich. What the fuck do you have at brunch? A soup? You have coffee? I don't know. I think that's a white people thing, yo. I've never had anybody that I know be like, hey, do you want to go for brunch? Like, what is that? Because I don't know when it takes place, and I don't know what it consists of. But I like breakfast. Can you have stuff of both breakfast and lunch? Like, can you have a sandwich with a side of cereal? How does that work? Brunch. I don't know, man. That's too many meals in one day. I heard that you're supposed to eat all of your meals within a 10-hour window. I don't know how true that is. I've never did my own test on it, so don't take my word for it, but look it up. Oh, that's where I heard it. I heard it on the Joe Rogan podcast thing with some doctor. And she said that it was better to eat all of your meals within a 10-hour period, to fast for the first couple of hours in your day and just drink water. And after, like, I don't know, 12, eat within that 10-hour period. So the latest you can eat would be 10, and you can start eating at 12. Or if you want to be like that one guy, who's that swole ass black dude? That plays Chris Rock's dad and Everybody Hates Chris. Terry Crews. If you want to be like him, he said that he eats his meals within 8 hours, within an 8-hour period. So that would be from 2 to 10. Well, that's basically what I eat. Well, not today. I eat like at 3, and then I might get me something after the podcast, which I might end later on. I don't want to say the time, because I don't want to incriminate myself lying to you guys saying that it's the Toker Talk Tuesday podcast and I recorded late on Monday. Because, oh no, it's going to rain. It better not fucking rain hard. And it's going to rain hard. You're a bitch. Alright, so I'm officially back, people. I know to you guys it sounded like I just cut off and I returned immediately. What actually happened was I cut off. I waited back here for about an hour for the rain to stop. It slowed down a little bit, but it was still going, so you could hear all the raindrops and shit hitting on the roof. So I was like, you know what, let me go get something to eat. By the time I finish getting something to eat, come back, the rain will stop. So the whole time I'm eating, rain's still trickling down, slowly drizzling and all that shit. So I'm like, alright, by the time I'm done, I'll go back there. I'll smoke a little something, re-up, get my high going again, start talking, and it'll stop. As soon as I get back here to the garage, it starts fucking raining hard as shit again. So I'm like, oh my fucking God, I'm chilling back here. I don't want to start working on any music because I don't want to be in the middle of, vibing out to something, and then I'm not paying attention, and then the rain stops, and I missed my opportunity to do the podcast. So I'm just chilling there. I'm smoking. I'm watching some YouTube videos and shit. The rain stops, fairly quickly. Well, it doesn't stop. It just slows down and is drizzling again. So I am just chilling back here. I'm like, all right, it's about to stop soon. What Mother Nature likes to do is it likes to fuck with people. So it slows down and, it picks back up. I'm like, oh my God. Slows down and it picks back up. It's like, I'm gonna let you do it. You know what? Just kidding. And it starts raining again. It's like, nah, I'm just kidding. You can do your podcast. You can do podcast. And it starts fucking raining hard as shit. Because Mother Nature's a bitch. And it gets on her period every fucking now and then. Anyways, to sum it up, 5 hours go by, and I basically gave up on hoping that the rain is gonna stop. I'm still back here. The rain is still fucking falling on the roof. So I decided to move the podcast into the booth. So now I'm in the booth, and hopefully I don't have a heat stroke. Hopefully I have enough oxygen in here, because I did not build any oxygen circulation mechanisms into the booth. So I still have a decent amount of time to fill with the podcast, because I was only able to get off about 30 minutes before the rain decided to be rude. So that's where I'm at right now. I don't know if you guys can still hear the rain falling on the roof, but I can, and it bothers me. So hopefully it won't show up that bad on the actual podcast. Hopefully you'll just be able to hear my dumbass voice. So yeah, man, it's already fucking tomorrow. Like it was today, and then it turned into tomorrow. Cause I was recording it. I like to record the podcast late Monday, and then it transitions into Tuesday. That way I could upload it on Tuesday. I could edit it and upload it onto YouTube, because I got to convert it into a video, and then I got to edit the audio because it's not always clear, so I got to do some editing things onto that, and then I upload it onto YouTube. So today it's already fucking like almost 7 or 6 o'clock in the fucking morning, and I'm still back here like a jackass for no reason other than I told people that I was going to be doing a podcast and I was going to be releasing it every Tuesday. So I'm back here at 6 o'clock in the morning recording this shit because it's Tuesday, and I need to release this on YouTube because I feel like that's what's going to get me to the top. Not really. But, a promise is a promise. And even though I broke it that 1 week, I'm not doing that this week because I actually am awake. So I'm going to do this. And I don't even know what the fuck I was talking about because it was 5 hours ago and I didn't listen to it. So I'm going to go off on what I remember that I had written down. I was thinking recently, like, I was hearing that they had shut down, what's it called? No, not shut down the Trump care bill. That thing that they were supposed to be replacing Obamacare with, which I don't even have Obamacare, so I don't really give a fuck. It doesn't really apply to me. It's not going to affect me in any way, shape, or form. So they're shutting that down. And I seen that Bernie Sanders was over there doing his, old man impression, and we shall give Medicare to everyone. That was a poor fucking Bernie. I should have, did that before I even started recording anything to see if I sound anything like Bernie, which I don't. That was a terrible impersonation. But he was out there and he was doing his thing. He was speaking out against it. And I seen him alongside with like Elizabeth Warren and all the other Democrats and stuff like that. But I was kind of thinking, I was like, is Bernie Sanders still running with the Democrats? Because, I don't know, that seems a little weird for them to cheat him out like the DNC the way they did to fucking cheat him out, all them people that were colluding against them. And for him to still be running with them to identify as, I don't know, it's a little bit weird. It's kind of having like, your homeboy fuck your girl, but you're still getting rides with him because he has a car. It's like, I don't know, man. I wouldn't be able to do that shit. Like, oh, you guys want to fuck me over? All right, well, I'm going to take my supporters and I'm going to go independent. He should do the fucking rap thing, and Bernie Sanders should go independent. He don't need no major labels. He needs to go independent because he's got the people. He's got people that fuck with him, and if people fuck with him, that's what you need. Because that's what happens with, people like Lil Yachty. I'm not comparing Lil Yachty to Bernie Sanders. I'm just saying, like, people fuck with him. Even if certain other people don't really fuck with him, he still has his fan base, and they're gonna fuck with him, so it doesn't really matter what people say. So he doesn't need a major label to, back him up. Bernie Sanders has the people, and as long as you got the people, you could push your fucking movement in whatever way you want, and that's what he had. And as long as he's still being active, like on the little social networking thing, like Instagram and Twitter and all that shit, he should still be able to be pretty good on whatever it is that he chooses to go forward with. But I don't know, that's just me. Maybe he sees it somewhat different because, I don't know, maybe he knows more about politics than I do. But that's the way I see it. Like, I wouldn't run with the DNC anymore. I would do my own thing. And then I'd get other people that, think like me and encourage them to do the same thing. That way, we could break this stupid fucking two-party system because, you know, we should have more choices than just two. Like, two choices of anything has never been good. Like, what in life do you have only two choices of? Paper or plastic? You don't even have that anymore because now you could get fabric. Like, you could get the recyclable ones, the ones that you bring in your own bag, which I've never met a weirdo who brings their own bag into the fucking shopping center. But you could be one of those people. So you don't even have that as two options anymore. It's not even paper or plastic anymore because you could bring in your recyclable fabric or whatever the fuck it is. So what in life do you have only two choices of? Nothing. You have plenty of choices on everything else in this world. Except, that. In this country, at least, because, there's countries out there that don't have two choices of anything. They got one choice. You got Kim Jong-un, who... Well, even Kim Jong-un has fucking 8 different styles of haircuts you could get. But you do only have that one party that they're stuck with. Which is the... And you know what's weird about the communists, like the dictators and shit like that? They're always named something like incredibly helpful, like People's Right to Work Party or something like that, or the Advancement for the People, I don't know, some weird shit like that. It's always ironically named. It's always like, we're for the people, yet they give the people a loaf of bread to share amongst 350,000 people and 1 cup of water. And that's got to last them 3 months, because if it doesn't last them 3 months, somebody's getting beheaded because they're not learning how to ration. And they're always ironically named. It's kind of like a, like comic book shit. Or like Mad TV type shit. It kind of seems almost like satire of themselves. Like, they're just kind of playing... I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about anymore. Let me get off the subject because I don't know what the fuck it is I'm talking about, or I don't even know what type of point I'm trying to make. Anyways, the Conor McGregor thing, I've been seeing a lot of shit about that. About Conor McGregor fighting Floyd Mayweather. And they're charging $100 for the pay-per-view, which I'm sure there's going to be people that pay because there's going to have, the viewing parties. There's always people that have the viewing parties. Everyone always wants to go see events like that in groups. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to watch it, but I'm going to watch it via Facebook Live because I don't really care that much about the event enough to pay for it. So I want to see it, but I don't want to pay for it. So I'm probably going to be watching it, on Facebook Live. And that's where I'm going to be seeing it. I don't want to sound like a hater, but I hope that Floyd Mayweather... I almost called him Flavor Flav. I hope that Floyd Mayweather gets knocked out. I hope that, that Conor McGregor, because I don't know, man. I don't like the way fucking Floyd Mayweather runs in the fucking ring. I know everybody's always saying, oh, it's his defensive style. He doesn't really run. It's his style, the way that he boxes and like that. Makes it seem like he runs. Like, no, I've seen him on that Canelo fight, and that shit was annoying because he kept stepping back. And then whenever he was, up against the ring, he'd keep, running around in a circle. It's like, oh, my God, fucking box the guy. Like, anybody can sit there and dodge punches, but you gotta throw punches, and that's the thing, that he would, throw safe punches, and I don't know, I don't like it. I like seeing a legit boxing match. I don't want somebody that waits for their opponent to keep trying to strike them in order for them to react. Like, there's no action if all you're doing is reacting. On your part, at least, because there's action from the other guy. Or does that even make sense? That probably, doesn't even make sense in a vocabulary way. No, because there's obviously going to be an action if you're reacting, because a reaction is an action in response to another action. I don't know, man. That's when you're fucking high as shit. I took a hit and I blew it into the booth, so I'm probably exhaling weed while inhaling the weed that I exhaled. But I can't do it outside because it wants to fucking rain. That's the thing about freaking Texas rain, is that you don't get it, spread evenly throughout the year. Texas is like somebody that goes shopping at Sam's Club for their shit whenever it comes to rain, because it gets it in bulk. It's like, we're gonna get all this rain right now, and then y'all guys can make it last until April. And then whenever April comes around again, we're gonna rain a lot. It's gonna rain a lot. It might rain for like a week, and everything's gonna flood. But you're gonna have to make that last until we decide to get some more rain in September or October. But it's August though. It's just this random ass fucking rain. But it rains heavy whenever it rains here. Like, I don't know why. It's like almost desert like. But yet whenever it rains, it's like a fucking typhoon. Is that the word for it? No, what's the monsoon? What the hell's a typhoon then? I don't know. But it's like a monsoon. It fucking sits there and it rains for no damn reason. It's just raining hard as shit. And then all of a sudden it stops. And it's like, I was just kidding about the whole rain thing. I didn't really mean it. It was like a girlfriend overreacting. Yeah, that's what Mother Nature is. It's just a girlfriend overreacting over everything. It's like, what? You're gonna do a podcast? She just starts fucking raining. Just because it wants to ruin my fun. That's no fair. Maybe I should put I seen that they got like a spray insulation. I wonder if that's good for sound, for what's that word that they, acoustics. I wonder if it's good for the acoustics of the building. Like, will it stop any sounds from coming in on the roof, or is it just gonna make it less hot? How much does it cost? Where can you buy it? How much? What the fuck is it made out of, yo? It said fiberglass. But they spray it out of like a gun. It almost looks like a pressure washer, and they just spray it. It's a foam and fiberglass. I wonder who the fuck sat there and thought of, what if we get the insulation, the little cotton shit that you put in the walls, and we just make it into a spray? Like spray paint. Or like Cheese Whiz. We just put it into the can, into an aerosol can, and you spray it out. But is it effective? That's what I want to do. I don't want to spend my money on shit that's not effective. Like, that's why I'm worried about getting solar panels whenever I get me a house one day. Because are they really effective? Because I also don't want to be running out of fucking electricity whenever there's a rainstorm or something out. Whenever, if, it's a cloudy day, I don't want to have to decide between my TV and washing a load of clothes. I want to be able to enjoy my electricity. So is it effective, the solar panels that they have? Because they got that wall battery that Tesla has. What's it called? The power wall? Power battery? Power pack? 2-pack? Nah, that's what white people call Tupac. The wall mount? No, that's for a TV. It's something like that. But Tesla has that thing out, and it's supposed to store the energy from the solar panels that you receive throughout the day, and it stores it so you can use at night. And they say that's enough for you to power like the normal home. But for how long? Because if it's just for the night, I don't want it. I would have to get me like 2. And then how long is their average night? Is it like an 8-hour night? Is it 9-12? Or 9-10 hour night? Because even then that would still kind of suck. It would have to power my home for a while in order for it to be, useful. In order for it to be a viable alternative for whatever the fuck it is we're doing now. Because nobody wants to fucking sit there and try to be green, but you can't keep your fucking food fresh whenever it decides to rain. Because that's not a good trade-off. Then it'd be like, yeah, you know what, let's fuck the ozone. Because I need my fucking Philadelphia cream cheese. Cool. Where the fuck was I going with this? Oh, yeah. Spending my money on efficient shit. That's why I want to do a test. Because I want to start, selling clothes and shit, too. So I wanted to start doing a test of cotton versus polyester versus hemp versus all the other little fabrics that they have. See which one holds its color better, see which one's more durable, which one shrinks less, and which one will last longer after regular usage. That way I could give people the best value for their money too, because I want to be efficient. I'm tired of fucking being wasteful. As a species, it's not just me. My whole species. I'm speaking on behalf of all my species now. My species. I'm speaking on behalf of all humans right now. I'm tired of us being fucking wasteful. And we need to be more, not as wasteful. Less wasteful? Yeah. We need to be less wasteful. Because, nobody wants to clean up. That's basically all it boils down to. We all just pile our shit up in an agreed upon area of the city, and we're just like, yeah, that's where all the trash goes. Like, could you imagine if you did that in your home? Like, just somewhere in your living room, just got a whole bunch of fucking wrappers and decaying food and fucking furniture that you don't use anymore, and it's just all lying, in your fucking living room. But we do that with the planet because, it's technically outside. But it's still our home. It's kind of gross. You're out there leaving a fucking pile of nothing but trash just in the middle of your fucking home. Nasty ass people. That's why it wouldn't be a bad thing if there was a nuclear war. I mean, you're supposed to say yes because, people are going to die, blah, blah, blah. But is that a bad thing? Like, would it be better for the environment? Or would the, nuclear thing kill, like, more species of stuff? Well, I'm pretty sure more species would rise. Why the fuck do I keep saying species weird? It got stuck in my head now that I have to say species. Who's that guy that speaks like that? That diabetes guy. That's who it reminds me of. You remember that old commercial that they used to have? That if you have diabetes, call this number and you could get your free insulin tester or some shit like that for your diabetes. Because diabetes is bad. And if you have diabetes, it is bad. That guy. He used to, that's who reminds me of whenever I say species. Diabetes. Species. That's how he would say it. If he was still alive and didn't die from diabetes. Now, I'm just kidding. I don't know if he died from diabetes. But he was really old, though. Anyways. The fuck was I talking about? Species, nuclear war. Would it be bad? Like, would it kill, other people? Or not other people, other things, like plants and stuff like that. There would be no more apple trees. There would be no more, I don't know, polar bears. Think polar bears would get affected by a nuclear war? I heard something about, like, the earth tilting. I don't know what the fuck that would do. What if the earth tilted? Would it make the north and south pole melt? Because that would kind of suck. Because then Florida's going to go underwater. California's going to be underwater. All the coastal regions are going to be underwater. And then you're just going to have, like, little tiny islands. It's going to be like that first island. What the fuck did they call it? Pangea, I think it might have been. That could have just been a name that I picked up from a movie or something like that, but I think it was Pangea. Or what's that? The supercontinent? That's what I remember it being. And that's what I'm going to stick to. Because I don't feel like Googling that shit because my phone's outside. I don't feel like pausing the podcast any longer. I've already spent too much time on it. I don't feel like going outside and then Googling something that may or may not be relevant in the future of this podcast. So, let's just say it's Pangea. It's going to be that skinny. We're all going to be living on one fucking landmass. And we're not going to have any more apple trees. And we're going to have to make the best of what we got. What animals do you think are gonna survive? Well, clearly all the fish are gonna survive. Well, some fish. You think that there's gonna be fish that go extinct too? How? Do you think that because most of the coastal cities have those big freaking buildings? So do you think all of the buildings going to be engulfed in water? Or is it just going to be like certain levels of it? Are you going to be able to drive a boat around in between the cities? How long would they last underwater? It'd be kind of crazy visiting, like New York City in like 50, 60 years. Or no, in like 100 years. Let's say that medicine advancement lets you live that long. So you're living 100, well, I'm living 100 years from now and New York's underwater. Would I be able to take a boat in between what used to be, I don't know, Fifth Avenue? I don't know if that's really a place in New York City. I just hear people say shit like that they're numbered and stuff like that. So let's say Fifth Avenue somewhere in New York City, if that's a place. Can I drive a boat down there in 100 years whenever it gets overrun by the ocean again? Do you think that all the shit that we left behind is going to affect any of the sea life? Like, there's some fucking dolphin out there getting caught in, like, forklifts and stuff. Getting caught in a fucking hot dog stand. That'd be terrible. Just fucking dolphin swimming around wearing a hot dog stand. Would it be able to swim with that? All because it got curious. Oh shit. What did I knock over? Oh, my water bottle. It's got a lid on it. But how long do you think it would last underwater? A building. If those places go underwater and they're still connected to the electrical grid, would it cause a short in our electrical grid, or can we just shut it off? Because I don't know how that shit works. Do they each have like their own electrical grid for each city? Is there an electrical grid like for the entire United States? Is there like a switch that you could hit, like some fucking cartoon that you just pull down just one lever and just all of the United States goes dark? Is that something that exists somewhere out there? Or do you have to go around shutting off each city one at a time? Because I've never seen like the power lines end. Well, you can see them like at the stations, but they're still always connected to something else. And it seems like all the power lines eventually connect at some point. So, would it cause a short if we move to, I don't know, like Montana or something like that? Where's Montana? It's in the middle, right? Somewhere in the middle. If we move to Montana, would it cause a short in the power over there? Do you think fish would get shocked? Would you still be able to go swimming if that happens? Because you don't want to get shocked by swimming in the ocean. I wouldn't want to go scuba diving there. That'd be like a very, very terrible place to go scuba diving. I have a whole bunch of weird ass sea creatures that mutated from all the shit we left behind. Nuh-uh, fuck that shit. I'm already scared of the fucking ocean creatures that aren't mutated. Have you ever seen a shark? Like, whenever they got those videos of the sharks that go into the cages while they're over there diving in them. I would not want to be anywhere next to a fucking panicking shark. That's like a 2-ton muscle just squirming in and out of your cage. And they happen to have a taste for us. Well, not us particularly, but flesh. I don't know if you know this, but we primarily consist of flesh. So, if you're next to a panicking shark and it's hungry, you might end up on the menu. I'm just saying. I wouldn't want to be anywhere near those freaking fighting sharks. Anywhere near any sea creature. Squids are scary as shit too, because they got like 8 legs. It's basically like a big water spider. A big squishy water spider that can suffocate you. And ink. What is that ink? Is it really made out of ink? Can you use it to write a poem? Can you dip your feather in it and write the Declaration of Independence with it? What is that ink? And why is it naturally made in a squid? I know some type of like cloaking mechanism, kind of like the Chinese people have with the smoke bombs, just and they just disappear, but it's a squid. It's nature's smoke bomb. Squid are nature's Chinese people, or ninjas. Squid, nature's ninja. Just boom, it just fucking makes a smoke bomb and it just disappears off into the deep blue sea. Squids are scary. They got sea lions, as if land lions weren't enough. Now we got fucking sea lions. Fuck that shit. Do the male sea lions have manes? No, right? It'd be crazy if they did. Like, what the fuck is up with that majestic seal? Just over there with his mane, just going back and forth. A wimble, a wimble, a wimble. That's what it's gonna do, because it's gonna be the Sea Lion King. It's gonna be Disney's next movie, Sea Lion King. It's gonna be about it's gonna be like Finding Nemo. Oh man, I'm gonna have a lot of editing to do on this one. Keep yawning because it's fucking 7 o'clock in the morning. And it still hasn't stopped raining. Yo, are you serious? Ain't no mercy for me on this one. I'm gonna be waking up today at 3 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm gonna feel like my whole day's gone by. I hate that shit, yo. But the best time to work is at night because there isn't a lot of cars moving. There's one bitch ass train that likes to come by every now and then and blow his horn. I don't know if you guys have noticed it from listening to any of the previous podcasts, but he likes to do that because he's a little bitch and he has no life. That's why he ended up as a fucking train. What do they call it? A train conductor, because he has no skill sets in life. So he gets his jollies by going into residential areas and blowing the horn at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning to ruin other people's lives. Fuck that guy. Or maybe he does it because he don't want any fucking cars to be on the track because that could derail the whole thing. That's another possibility, but I believe the first one is more accurate. It seems like something that could possibly be true. Like just some shitty train conductor just hates his fucking job. And then every time he goes into a residential area, he just laughs and snickers a little bit because he's like, fucking dick. Anyways, what was I talking about? That could be another fucking name for this podcast. What was I talking about? It's like, welcome to What Was I Talking About Tuesday with your boy Ro. Or the This Is Where I'm At Tuesday. But they don't sound as good as Toker Talk Tuesday podcast. Because Toker Talk Tuesday podcast almost sounds like a tongue twister. It's an alliteration. Just sounds better. Toker Talk Tuesday podcast. Rolls off the tongue and shit. Yo, did I ever even talk about the Conor McGregor fight? I remember I mentioned it. I don't remember talking about it, actually. Oh, yeah, I said that I want to see Floyd get beat. I don't think he will, though. I mean, Conor McGregor might get lucky. And he just hits him with that one punch, just pow. Because I've seen him knock dudes out. But then again, those are with those little gloves. And I could be wrong, but it looks like those little gloves hurt more than those big gloves. Yeah, I could be wrong. But what if he does knock him out? Yo, that would be like the biggest upset for everyone. I mean, Conor McGregor has nothing to lose with this fight. He wins on every aspect. He's getting paid more than he's ever gotten for any other fight. He's getting notoriety for fighting this guy. And if he wins, he beat one of the, what people consider the greatest boxers ever. So he doesn't really lose in this fight at all. He's got everything to win. Because even if he does lose, he still gets paid. Could you imagine if you don't get paid if you lose? That would suck. Get your ass beat and you go home broke. I don't know how you would end up being a boxer as a career. I guess it's the same thing as making music, though. Because it's kind of hard making music. It's kind of a little random-ass career to be jumping into, and you could only really make money in it if you're one of the best. So you got to really believe that you're going to be one of the best, or you got to put in the work to be the best, and then that's how you get the money. I don't know, if I still feel like aspiring artists would be a better skill set to transition into another career with, as opposed to boxing. Because aspiring artists, you could still transition in audio engineering or producing or some shit like that. But boxing, I mean, I guess you could train boxing. You could be a physical trainer. Yeah, you could do that shit too. Like, you could be a physical trainer. You could teach people how to box. See, so if you don't make it, there's still a career in there. Don't listen to me. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Do what you want to do. And hopefully it works out for you. Because I believe in you. I believe in you even if you don't believe in yourself. Even though you probably never questioned it yourself until I started questioning your career choice. Did I even question it though? No, I just said that I feel like, which I still kind of do. You know, I think art would be better to transition to, because there isn't a lot of people who go to boxing gyms, or a lot of people who can actually afford a physical trainer. But then again, there isn't people who need, sound production done either. I don't know. But there probably is more people that need like sound production and shit done like that, because there's always people that are trying to be artists. So you can make money off of them too. Alright, so I think I have. Oh shit. Did I lose the mouse? Oh, I didn't lose the mouse. It's right here. I got scared for a little bit. I thought I lost the mouse. But I think I've done a decent amount. I'm sorry, people. I wish I could have given you more. I wish I could have dedicated myself more to this episode. But I got kind of drained whenever I started fairly early. And then it rained for like 6 hours straight nonstop. And I had to wait it out. And finally, I just gave up and I was like, no, I'm just going to lock myself into the booth. And hopefully you won't be able to hear it that much to finish it. So, if I sound a little drained, it's because I was. So next episode might be better. Now, you know what? Next episode is going to be better. I guarantee it. Like that suit guy. So, I will see you guys next Tuesday on another episode of the Toker Talk Tuesday podcast with your boy Ro, because I'm keeping my word. And I want to thank you guys for joining me on this short episode, this little mini episode. And I will give you a full version of another episode of the Toker Talk Tuesday podcast next week. And be on the lookout for my my EP coming out soon. I plan to drop it August 25th, 2017. You heard it here first on the Toker Talk Tuesday podcast. So be on the lookout for it. It's going to be called Pursuit. And follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, all that good shit. Facebook, Official Row on Facebook and YouTube. Official_Row on Instagram. Official Row on Snapchat. All one word. And Twitter, you can follow me, but I'm not really that active on there. I don't really think that many people are really that active on Twitter anymore. But you can follow me. It's at Row Official. And yeah, man, that's where I'm gonna be. You can find me. You can follow my music. You can follow my podcast on the Toker Talk Tuesday podcast, and you could listen to my new track on SoundCloud.com/Official Row. It's called No Days Off, and I produced it. I wrote it, and I also uploaded, and I designed the artwork for it too. So check that out. It's called No Days Off. And like I said, I will see you guys here next Tuesday. Gracias.